All right, hey, what's up guys? Coach Mac, Play Fast Football. Today we're going to do a video on what is the best offensive system, and here's what we're going to do with the video. I want you in the comments to talk to me about your offensive system, and I want you to defend it, why you teach it, why you think it might be the best, all right? I think everybody knows I don't really have a system. I'm not a system guy, but I'm going to take this video down a little bit different path, all right? So thanks for being here. Check out some of our partners, GameStrat, Sideline Replay Company. I've used them for the last 5 or 6 years. We use them here at Bishop Kenny High School. If you're looking for highly reliable, highly affordable, great customer service, check out GameStrat. Dome Hats, Dome Headwear Company is the hat company we use. Play Fast Football, Bishop Kenny High School. I've used them for the last 10 to 12 years, or pretty much from the day they opened up shop. Completely customizable online hat builder. You design your own hat. All right, every hat has a story. Why not let Dome help you tell the story of your hat? Baker Sporting Goods Company I use for some of my Play Fast gear. I get through Baker Sporting Goods. We get our sideline gear from them, our spirit packs from them, our uniforms are from them, coaches gear. We open fan stores with them. They're big in the baseball world, not just a cloth world or not just the football world, so make sure you check out Baker Sporting Goods. Just Play, the playbook software we use. I think it's the best play drawing tool on the market. We use it for installs. We use it for meetings. I use it for my Patreon site if I'm going to speak at any clinics. I use their presentation mode, and obviously I use their playbook software to draw and design the things that I want to draw and design, so make sure you check out Just Play. DifferenceUSA, Ultimate Striking Machine, get thousands of reps. Don't need a partner, goes right onto all your racks in your weight room, so it fits on every rack that can be in a weight room. They have an adjustment that can fit. Off-season, in-season, skill development. You want to strike violently, you got to practice striking violently. Why not do it with just player, DifferenceUSA machine? You don't have to teach anybody how to hold a bag like this, put your forearm behind it, how to get down with the bag. Just you and the DifferenceUSA machine, highly recommended. XandOnotebook, all right, which is a completely customizable notebook that you can build for your players, for your coaches. You can have, every player can have one. It's got your logo on the front. It's got sheets in there that you can customize how you want to draw on them. You can already have templates in there that you want, sections for notes that you want. Completely customizable. They can do it any way that you want them to do it. While you're having your meeting, if you do everything like we do through a projector, iPad, Just Play, everything that you've got rolling, your huddle clips, whatever it is that you use, you've got it rolling through your iPad. Why not make the kids sit there and take notes? Why not have it in a completely customizable format? When you do your game plans, why not have the coaches take notes, write the notes down, write the game plan things down, and then they can always go right back to the same notebook. It's not a yellow pad, it's not random pieces of paper, sticky notes that you bring in. It's there in a completely customizable notebook. Check out XandOnotebook. All right, so most of you that have been following for the last 10 years, or you follow what I do, or you follow Play Fast Football, you know that I am not a system guy. I don't have a quote-unquote system on offense or defense that I live by or that I follow. Defensively, we're a quarters-based team, but I played quarters from the 4-2-5. I played it from 3-4. I played it from 3-3. I played it from tight front, 3 high. So, you know, we played a quarters toolbox from every front, every personnel configuration you can imagine. So I don't really think I'm a system guy. All right, the term gets thrown out there like the Fangio system and all these other guys that whatever the names are. I am not a system guy. I'm not really sure if I classify as a system guy. I have ideas that I like. I have things that I like. I know where to go to get the information that I like. All right, or the things that I want to use, and I know how to adapt it to my players. But I don't think I follow a system. Offensively, I'm not really. I guess we would be a spread team if spread is a system. I think spread is more of a formation than a system. But we're not a run and shoot team. We're not a flex bone team. We're not an air raid team. All right, we're not a wing T team. We are, for me on offense, I am a combination of a lot of things that I like, and I'm going to go through that. One of the things I think you have to be able to do is whatever your system is, and I tell young coaches this all the time, you've got to give me reasons why you think it's the best. You've got to give me reasons why you think it's successful. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what the system is, in my opinion. If you want to be an air raid guy, tell me why the air raid's the best. If you want to be a wing T guy, tell me why the wing T's the best. All right, if you want to be a flex bone guy, tell me why the flex bone's the best. So as a young coach, you got to be able to go in and sell your vision of what you want to do to a head coach. A lot of guys want to call plays. I want to be a coordinator. I want to be, all right, well, it's more than just diagrams on a piece of paper. It's more than drawings on a computer. Sell me on why we need to do this. So I was a head coach for 23 years. Now I'm just a defensive coordinator. All right, so if I have defensive assistants that want to sell me on something, they got to be able to sit down, handle a discussion where they can sell me on the positives of it and then be able to talk about if there's any negatives, why they think the positives outweigh the negatives. So the advice I give to young coaches all the time is you've got to be able to sell me on a system. Not something you like that you draw up and go, oh, I think there's a lot of cool things here. I think there's a lot of neat plays or a lot of neat things we could do. Sell me on the system, how we're going to teach it, how we're going to build it, why does it fit our kids, right? So for me, this is what I like. All right, I like 20 personnel, and I guess in today's game it would be maybe 11 personnel-ish or whatever, but I like traditional two-back. Sniffer could be split-back stuff, 3 wide receivers, okay? Now, here is why I like it, all right? I don't like it because that's what we did in high school. I don't like it because that's what I ran in college, all right? I like it because I think it provides all the avenues that I need and I feel like I could use to be successful, right? So if I was arguing or if I was defending the system, I would say, okay, look, here's why I like it. Number 1, gap schemes. I'm a gap scheme guy. I love gap schemes. I think that is the perfect world to carry gap schemes. All right, I don't attach a tight end to it generically most of the time because I think tight ends equal more fronts, more combinations, more teaching. If I eliminate the tight end, I think I can get to where even fronts look the same. Over, under, where's the 3 technique? You call it what you want. But if I don't have a walk-up 9 technique all the time or I don't get a variation of fronts, I think it makes the combinations easier to teach. Yes, I lose 3-man surfaces at times. I get it. I know the positives of that. I outweigh that, in my opinion, with the things and the simplicity that I can build into the structures that we may see that we got to practice against, right? Option, read game. If you have a quarterback that is a runner, I think this system is great for quarterback runs. All of our power read game, all of our counter read game, all of our bash theories, all of our zone read theories, all of our bluff theories, all of our insert theories. Everything that you want to do if you've got a running quarterback, I think fits into this system. All right, I think it's great for option football. I think you can build everything in and get as fancy as you want. 2 backs, all right, you have 2 lead blockers for quarterback runs if you need them. You have 1 lead blocker and you can do things with the sniffer fullback, or you can do things to break tendencies where maybe you're running bash theories away or dart theories or dart read theories. All right, toss read theories away from the arc block of the sniffer. So I love it, all right, for all those things in a run game. I love 6-on-6 RPO schemes. I'm a big fan of blocking 6-on-6, throwing RPOs off 7, access throws off 8. That's my philosophy. That's what I love to do. I love concise pictures. I love being able to teach to those pictures to my quarterback. Okay, so I'm not a big movement guy. I'm not a big trade guy. I'm not a big motion guy. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I think you can, live in any system you want to live in as long as you are good at what you do and your kids can execute what you're doing. I like easy pictures. All right, to me, the more I move, the more I trade, the more I shift, I am going to create advantages for the offense, but I feel like I've got to do a better job coaching quarterbacks, all right, blocking schemes, things like that, because the picture is going to be variable. I like a set picture, and I know when I line up in that formation, this is their base defense, this is their changeup, these are their pressures. I want to teach to my kids that way, so I love it for the 6-on-6 RPO game. I think with 3 wide receivers, and now in the day and age of the Tennessee offense and the old Baylor-Brow system and those things, splits, right? Create space. So I can create space while still being physical. I can still provide vertical downhill run game. All right, I can still be physical with my gap schemes. But I still have 3 receivers on the field, so not only do I have a twin side, but I've got 3 dudes that I think can roll a little bit in space, right? So I'm going to create space, make you defend space, but then I'm also going to be real physical in my run game, all right, while I create that space. I think the play-action game is perfect. I can get into 7-man protections just like that, all right, even though I don't have an inline tight end, even though I don't have a 3-man surface. I think I can get into 7-man protections. I think that I can get into 6-man protections and get a guy out. I love the boot game out of it. I can run keepers and pin and edge and release late. I can run nakeds off the bluff scheme or off the option deal. I think so many things in the run game to RPO game to action game to boot keeper world, I think they all build in, at least in my mind, all right, and what I see and what I want to do. All right, best players on the field. I think in most high schools you can find 3 receivers that are really good. I think you can find at least 1 back, all right, and hopefully you can find that sniffer body or that tight end hybrid body. If you can't, maybe you have 2 backs and you go into split back role. Okay, so for me, these are all the reasons why I would carry, all right, that would be my bread and butter on offense. Is it a system? Probably not. All right, but if you're asking me what I'm going to do, I'm going to live in a 20 personnel world. I'm going to live in 2x1. All right, I'm going to create 3 or 4, I can get 4, I can put both backs over here, I can get 4 strong out. All right, I can get 3 weak out if I stack backs over here. I can get 5 receivers in a pattern, which I know most offenses can, right? So, again, to me, I think you could do, anybody that watches this video, I think every one of you could do a video on your offense and why you like it. The key is, do you firmly believe in what you're doing? Can you explain it to people? Can you teach it? And can you argue for it and why you think it's good for you, right? Is this the only way to play? No. Is this the best way to play? I don't know, probably not, all right? Or at least it's the best way for me, and it's the way I tell people. So when people ask me questions, all I can do is give them my opinion to say, this is why I like this is why I do that. All right, by no means does it mean it's the only thing you should do. By no means does it mean that you have to do this, right? So guys have asked me over the last 10 years, do you sell playbooks? No. All right, my playbook is a working document. It changes all the time. It's similar in a lot of the things. We're a gap scheme team. We run, we run veer, zier, or however you want to look at it as our read play. We're not a zone team. All right, but I can build things into that to get isolation theories and read game theories. All right, that I want in there outside of power read, counter read, things like that. So to me, it's flexible. To me, I've taken it every school that I've been at, and I found bodies that I could use it at those schools. Okay, and have a modicum of success on offense. Obviously, it's player driven, right? There's years where we've been bad. There's years where we've been really good. So to me, I think it's flexible. I think I can take it with me everywhere I go. I think it's less personnel dependent than some other things. I think I can gear it towards, hey, I got a quarterback that slings at some good receivers. Still do this and major in that. I really don't throw the ball that well. Quarterback's not a great thrower, but he's a great runner. Maybe I don't have 3 big-time receivers. I've got 2 good receivers and a slot that's more of a tight end. I still think I can live in it, right? I can build everything I want around that. Now, if your system is as good as you think it is, you should be able to argue all the same points, right? You should be able to come back and say, well, coach, we do this and here's why, and I can do all those same things, right? That, to me, is the validity of the system you use. Do you have a system, or do you have a system of beliefs, or do you just have plays that you throw together? I don't know what we do. This is what I like, but I can't really tell you why or what we do. Okay, so to me, if you ask me, I don't think I have a system. I think I have a conglomeration of ideas that I've taken, but I know what I like. I know I like gap schemes. I know I'm a huge RPO guy. Okay, I know I like having 3 receivers on the field that can create space. I know I like option football. So I know what I like, but I don't necessarily classify it into a system. All right, so again, what I would like you to do is kind of similar to the way I present it. If you left me a comment, what's your offense? Do you think it's a system? What is the system? Why do you run it? Okay, be able to, and again, this could be kind of an experiment for you guys. Have you ever sat down and thought about what it is that you do? Have you ever thought about explaining it to somebody? Have you ever thought about, all right, the positives and the negatives of why it's good, or do you just run it because it's what you do? To me, that's the worst in coaching. It's the worst phrase out there. We do it because that's the way it's been done, or we do it because that's what I know. Well, yeah, that's what you know, but you have the ability to go out and learn other things. And if you go out and learn other things, you may find that you don't really like what you know as much as you think you do. Or, this is what we do, it's how we've done it, it's what we know, now sell me on it, right? So, again, this is a good experiment for young coaches out there trying to get themselves a coordinator job or trying to move themselves up, all right, the chain of command. Maybe you go for a head coaching interview. Can you sell what you do to somebody else? Can you sell why you do it, why you believe in it, all right, and why you think it's the best way for you to play football? Does that mean it's the best way? No. Does that mean there's no other way? No. Okay? It means it's the best way that you think you can play football. Okay? So, again, leave me a comment. Let me know. Love interacting with you guys. The last couple of ones that we've done where I've asked you about what your favorite passing play is or how you would attack certain fronts. I've got a ton of messages. It's awesome. Guys have great ideas. Love interacting with everybody. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Ring that bell, turn the notifications on. You know every time we do a video or we go on YouTube Live. All right, thumbs up, thumbs down if you like the content. Don't like the content, always leave a message. I try to respond to every message. This one, definitely leave a message because I want to hear what you do. I want to hear why you do it. I'd like to know why you do what you do. And then, even if it's not in a comment, all right, on this video, at least take the time to sit down and sell yourself on what you do. All right? Do you firmly believe in what you do? Can you teach what you do? Can you show people what you do? Can you explain to them why you should do it? All right? Because I think you're going to need this at some point in your life as a coach. You want to be a coordinator, you want to be a head coach, you're going to have to sell yourself, sell your program, sell your beliefs, sell your system, what you do, why you want to do it, and is it flexible when you travel? Because in high school, it better be flexible, because from year to year, personnel is going to change. We can't go out and find them. All right, we can't sign free agents. We can't get guys in a draft. We can't sign 5-star recruits. So better be flexible. You better have the ability to adjust. All right, I appreciate everything you guys do for me. Remember, next Thursday is the second part of our Play Fast Clinic series. Sean McIntyre, head coach, Creekside High School here in Jacksonville, Florida, all right, in the Northeast Florida area. Game-specific drills. Great coach, does a tremendous job. He's going to have a great presentation. Email sting8740@gmail.com if you are interested in attending that one or the rest of the ones that we have. Got some pretty good things coming up all the way through July. 10 speakers in total. Noma Zone was the first one last week. Email sting8740@gmail.com if you are interested. Thanks for what you do for me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber. Remember, you won't play well until you play fast. I'll see you next time.